stream. It is Friday, July the 4th, 2025. Happy 4th of July to all of those US followers and subscribers and uh, those of you that live in the US and celebrating the 4th of July, Independence Day today. Have fun with that. Enjoy all of the festivities and fireworks and all that sort of stuff. Here in Canada, it's we had our celebrations a few days ago for Canada Day on July 1st. So today is a regular day to get at it. So I've got a lawn here that I'm going to mow. This is a client. You guys have not seen this one before. This is a temporary mow client. So this is one. This is the first time I'm going to be doing this one this year. I do this one from time to time throughout the years. So I have done it in the past, just haven't done it this year. Let me get into it and see what it looks like. Shouldn't be too bad, but probably just it's going to be just a regular style of mow. Nothing like overgrown or anything like that. I wouldn't expect. It's a hot day today. That is for sure. So it's just this one over here. So you can see it's in decent shape. Nothing too crazy. Just do a regular mow on it. And it is roasting today. Temperatures are really gone up. All right, get my safety glasses on. Grab the trimmer. Let's see here. So pretty straightforward. Let me know in the comments if you guys can hear the audio all right, as well as where you're watching from. This lawn looks nice and flat at least. Let's see what we got here. strip here. Let's see. Pretty straightforward. It doesn't look too bad actually. Table for two. Cute little garden. Birdhouse. So as I mentioned, this one is a temporary kind of cut. They are a neighbor in the neighborhood, and they're just recovering from some surgery. So they asked if I could take care of the lawn for the month of July. Pretty big troughs here for edging. All right. grab the mower. And the tripod. Grab the tripod, but I'll probably only use it in the backyard. It looks like the neighbor's garage is open. And I'm thinking probably 2 inches on this one. 1.5, 2. Let's try it here on this little strip where the fence line is. Oh yeah, that's good. Don't want to go lower than that, especially with the heat. Looks like somebody's dog left a surprise there. Yeah, 2 inches is perfect. This one, normally I don't do any mowing on Fridays, but I just not have any space to do ones like this that are temporary. The one where it's my next door neighbor that just bought the house next door and hired me. So I've been doing that one on Fridays as well. So my mowing days are already full, essentially. So just finish off this section here. Oh, it's nice in the shade of the tree. It drops a couple of degrees. It looks like that's 2 inches is probably what it was cut at previously. So it's perfect. See a comment, I think. Give me a second. Got that sun, the glare of sun on the screen. So I have my glasses on. I guess I'm taking these off too. There we're done the trimming. Watch that dog. There it is right there. Okay. As long as I know where it is, so I get the mower to straddle over it. Just like that. Oh, let me get to the back in the shade. Let's see. Francisco RP, welcome to the stream. He asks, would you buy it again? Are you talking about the Milwaukee mower? Get the tripod kind of set here in the shade probably so it's not in the sun. Actually, I'll do the perimeter first and then we get into the stripes. I'll put it on there. Take the safety glasses off. If you're referring to the Milwaukee mower, just my glasses. I'll be clear that I didn't buy it. This was sent to me by Milwaukee for me to try out. I've been testing out a ton of different battery mowers over the past few years, including the Exmark Commercial 21 V Series, the Crest Commercial 21-inch mower, the Echo DLM 2100, and now this Milwaukee. So I've got a good sense of the different mowers. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. There's not one of those four mowers, including this one, that is perfect. all have kind of their strengths and weaknesses, like I said. Um, the biggest thing I would say, and actually let me get the tripod going so you guys aren't looking at the same view. Michael Wojak. Hey, Michael, how's it going? So I'm going to put you guys on the tripod. So as I was saying, the so I've got a good sense of all of the different mowers. None of them are perfect. They all have things that I wish could be, changed or different. Um, and ironically, they're all things that are different on each mower. So the nice thing, though, I do like about this Milwaukee mower, and it's one of the reasons I wanted to try it out in the first place, is the cost of it. It is a lot more. It is an expensive mower. I'm not going to say it's cheap, but compared to the others I've tested, this mower is, I think, the best value out of all of the ones that I've tried. So depending on what you're doing, this could be perfect. But like I said, they all have different kind of issues. Now I can't see if you guys have any questions because obviously you guys are on the tripod right now. But I can kind of go over some of the mowers just briefly to show you guys an example of what I mean. So Echo, we'll start with the cheapest mower, the Echo DLM 2100. That is a mower marketed by Echo, but it's made by Greenworks. It's a residential model. Definitely not consumer. It's very flimsy, very cheap. The transmission on that mower is the biggest Achilles heel. It will lock when you go into reverse. So you have to kind of time it when you're doing the end of a run here. You can't just pull the mower back and have it roll freely, even if you have your finger off the self-propel. You have to actually wait a second or so for it to respond and unlock the gear. Very annoying. That mower is also the most underpowered of the ones that I've tested. Next up, price-wise, would be this mower. It is fantastic in terms of power. This mower has fantastic ergonomics. The handle is very adjustable. It folds. The Echo actually had really good ergonomics too. But it keeps this one. You can adjust the height of the handle. The handles themselves are nice soft touch rubber. They're positioned on a slight angle for your wrists. And the paddle for the self-propel is in the middle. So it's easy to operate with your thumbs. This mower, the transmission does not lock. So if I'm going forward like this and I stop, I can immediately pull this mower back. You can see it doesn't lock up. So that is awesome. This mower has a ton of power. Biggest Achilles of this particular mower is it's not quite built as strong as the next two ones that I've tried. So it's kind of borders between. Well, it's a lot better than your typical homeowner one. So we'll call it like semi-pro. Will this one withstand abuse over time? That's what I'm going to be testing with it. I would think this would be okay for a solo operator. But if you have employees, then you might want to, depending on your employees and how they take care of your equipment, This mower is not waterproof or rated for rain. So that's the other issue. If you're like me in the Pacific Northwest, that could be a problem. Um, what else? Oh, and there's no high lift, true high lift blade available for this mower. So if you have to bag lawns like me, right now it's fine. But come difficult conditions, might be a problem. Let's see if there's any questions. Michael says, where's the owner? I have no idea. Inside, maybe? Resting? I have no problem. I have no idea. I didn't prod at what he was going through. Once he said he was having medical issues, stuff, I was just like, okay. So yeah, the next mower, cost-wise, would be the Exmark Commercial 21. That one is probably the most heavy-duty built of all the battery mowers I've tried. It has the highest cut quality of all the battery mowers I've tried. Um, that one, the Achilles, I guess, of that one would be battery life isn't as good as some of the others. Like that one will do 4 lawns per battery, where even this Milwaukee here will do 6 to 7 lawns per set of batteries. Um, the Xmark doesn't have a folding handle or great ergonomics. The ergonomics are terrible on it. It's just a bar, plain, cheesy metal handlebar. The fit and finish on the Xmark is horrible, I will say, in terms of like paint and stuff. It's got lots of orange peel in the paint job. It's got powder coating that's like missing in certain spots. Versus like this Milwaukee is like a BMW or Mercedes when it comes to the fit and finish of it. The next mower on the list in terms of cost would be the Cress, being the most expensive that I've tried. That one, fit and finish, is fantastic. That one, ergonomics will give, it's not the greatest. It has an adjustable handle, but the hand position and the bar that you're holding is just a lame, boring type of handle. Nothing special. The biggest thing with the Cress is the batteries are very good. Still only do about 6 or 7 lawns per battery, same as this Milwaukee. But their warranty is 6 years on their batteries. They can charge, if you have their cyber system, you can charge those batteries in 8 minutes from 0 to 100%. So the cut quality is not as good as the Exmark Cress, but I would say about the same as this Milwaukee. So that's why, as you can see, when I'm kind of going through all those different options and you consider the cost of some of these mowers systems, that's why I say this Milwaukee is like the best value. It has the best ergonomics. It has decent, really good battery life. Um, caveat being that it's not waterproof. And let's see, get a thumbnail image there like that, or let's turn the mower around. It's probably a little bit nicer, or maybe I can get one from the other side with the sun so you can see the mower better. But you don't see the stripes as good in that direction. So maybe yeah, just the way the sun is right now. Not going to be able to see the. So that might be our thumbnail there. So you can see between the mower, how this one is just a good value for what you're getting. The caveat being that if you're in a wet climate, then that kind of might be what kills this as an option. Because again, it's not rated for rain, and it doesn't have a true high lift blade available. Milwaukee sells a blade they call high lift, but it is really a dedicated mulching blade. It's got the gator teeth on it and stuff. I did a video about it on my channel last week. There's actually a bin out here, wasn't there? Yeah, there is a bin out here. Just dump my clippings into the bin. So yeah, it's a really good mower, but the caveat is that there's no high lift blades available. So come hell month or fall cleanups and stuff, then it presents a bit of a challenge. Also, like I said, the waterproofing is a big issue. They don't rate it for waterproofness, so all these buttons and stuff, you don't know if they're sealed or not. You have this gap in the top here, and if we open that up, you can see right in there that there are some switches and wires and stuff exposed there. So those are kind of the only things that I worry about for me here in the Pacific Northwest. But other than that, it's been one of my favorites. How lightweight it is one of my favorite things about it. I love the lights on the back. So you can easily see how much battery you got. Very handy. Love the variable speed trigger on this blower. Kind of gently blow the grass clippings there out of the mulch without disturbing the mulch. Pretty awesome. This dual battery Milwaukee blower is by far my most favorite handheld blower I've used. And that's across battery and gas. It's got a ton of power. That variable speed trigger is fantastic. You can get it right down to the lowest little bits. The ergonomics, best I've seen. The handle, you can balance this thing on one hand, one finger. Like, it's so good. Love it. All right, and that's that one. Darth Sidious says hi. Hi, Darth Sidious, how's it going? You're coming in at the tail end, unfortunately. I just finished. Appreciate you coming back, though. Some of you guys are quickly becoming regulars. Being like my long run live stream crew. That's awesome. I appreciate you guys watching. All right. Yeah, and there's that one all buttoned up. That was an easy one. You can see Friday is garbage day here. That's why all the bins are out on the curb everywhere. So that makes it actually a good bonus for me to do this one on a Fridays. That way, depending on how the owner's feeling, he doesn't have to do anything extra in terms of the bins. All right. So, let's see here. Let me turn this camera around. So Francisco, hopefully that answered your question on whether I would buy it again. I think it's an awesome value. That Milwaukee mower quickly becoming my favorite mower. It's just the only things that I say in terms of recommending it is if you're here in the Pacific Northwest, it could be an issue because it doesn't officially have a IPX rating for rain. So that is something that you'd be taking a chance with. And generally, I run all of my mowers with the high lift blades. So this Milwaukee, there is no high lift blade. They do have a blade, an optional blade, and they call it a high lift blade, but it is not a high lift blade. It is a dedicated gator mulching blade. So that could be an issue when it gets to the heavier kind of thing. Now, I've only had this mower for about 4 weeks or so, 3 weeks, almost a month or so. I've used it every day, all day long. I've probably put more hours on that mower already in just this first month than most, people that would, walk into Home Depot and buy it would put in, an entire season or even a couple seasons for the amount of lawns that I have mowed with it already. So makes, a good environment, good testing environment when you're using it every day, day in and day out to see how it's going to hold up. So far so good, but waiting for really, the fall will be the big thing, big test when it gets to rain and all that sort of stuff to see how it does hold up and if water is an issue when it gets to those things. So, but if you're in a hot climate, California, Arizona, I don't even know if they have lawns in Arizona. I don't think they do actually. Semi-hot climate, California. We'll say California, Florida, that sort of thing. Then you'll probably be fine as long as it's not using it in the rain. Although Florida does have some flash, like rain and stuff that happens. So hard to say. It would be awesome if Milwaukee would give it a rain rating. I suspect it probably does have, but they're just not advertising it because you'd think, if it's made for contractors and stuff like that, it's got to be able to, when you think about drills and stuff like that, there's, especially here in the Pacific Northwest, you see guys building houses and stuff, and they're using Milwaukee tools, battery tools all the time, and they're in the rain, framing and stuff like that. Like, it's just something that has to be, it's just done, right? And nobody's not using the stuff, and nothing has a official IPX rating, so um, I'm guessing they probably are, but they're just not advertising, sort of thing. So it's kind of up to your own risk, and no warranty would be available if you did, because they could just say that it's not warranted for the rain if something did happen. But yeah, other than that, nice mower. Like I said, I haven't found a perfect battery mower yet. Even with the four that I've tried, they've all had stuff that I wish they would improve and change on them. And ironically, it's all different on each mower. So it's like if you could get a combination of all of them together and pick the best things to make like the ultimate best battery mower, that would be awesome. Um, there's no real deal breakers other than that Echo mower is the only one that I would not recommend to anybody to buy. That mower, that whole transmission thing, and it's underpowered. Um, is just it's a deal breaker. And considering that one is made by Greenworks anyways, um, if you were, if a homeowner wanted it, you could get away with it for just a homeowner to use. But then I would buy the Greenworks version of it. You can find the Greenworks version. It looks exactly the same. It's just black and green instead of the orange and um, orange and black colors of the Echo version. The Greenworks version also has the Greenworks batteries. So you're getting their whole platform. So more tools, more availability, where the Echo is proprietary battery shape. So they have, basically taken their Greenworks batteries and just repackaged it into a different shape for Echo to make it proprietary. So batteries are going to be more expensive to replace and all that sort of stuff. So I would just buy the Greenworks version if that's something that somebody wanted. And you can get them everywhere, Costco and all sorts of places that sell Greenworks stuff. You can see that more identically. But not something that's not one that I would even recommend. Like I said, it's just if you're a homeowner or a family member's asking me for an option or something like that they want a battery mower for their backyard or front yard or something, and they're only mowing their own lawn once a week sort of thing, then yeah, you could probably get away with it. It'd still be annoying with that transmission, but also a homeowner is going to be at a more leisurely pace than a guy doing lawns all day, where that transmission locking up is so annoying. I still have the Echo DLM 2100. I took it to my parents' house. They live in a different city. So I mow their lawn. So I left it there to use to mow their small, tiny lawn with, so that I don't have to take my truck and trailer. I can just drive my car, and I have equipment there at their house that I can use. And even then, doing their lawn once every week, every 2 weeks or so, it's so annoying using that Echo mower because of that transmission locking up every time you go into reverse. It's really a pain. So yeah, it's not something I would recommend. Yeah, hopefully that answers your question. So thanks, Francisco, for the question. Appreciate you stopping by. Haven't seen you stop into or ask any questions previously, so appreciate that. Michael Wojcik, seen you quite a bit in the live stream, so appreciate you stopping by again and asking a question. Darcidius as well, thanks for stopping by into the live stream. Appreciate you guys all checking it out. And to all those who may have stopped in while I was mowing and checked out and maybe kind of lurked without asking any questions or anything, appreciate you guys stopping in. If you're in the United States or American, then happy 4th of July to you. Hopefully you have a safe and fun holiday weekend. Enjoy the fireworks and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, have a happy and safe holiday to everybody that is celebrating the 4th of July. I am going to probably head back home now. I've got a couple of, actually three Milwaukee hedge trimmers, pole hedge trimmers, that I'm going to be checking out. I need to do unbox them and check them out. They're three new pole hedge trimmer models, so I'm going to go take a look at those, maybe do a video of those so that I can start using them. I like doing a video of those types of things. And before I actually use the machines, so you can kind of see them, brand new looking. So I need to got some jobs lined up for those. So I'd like to try those instead of using the quick lock one that I always use, my go-to. So these are, there's one that's like a short shaft hedge trimmer, and then there's one that's like a medium shaft that has, or no, one's a short shaft, I think, with articulating head. One's a medium length shaft, but it's a fixed head. And then there's one that is a extra long shaft. I think it can extend like to 10 feet hedge trimmer with articulating head. So the three new models that Milwaukee just put out. So I'm going to go look at those and see. Maybe do a YouTube video on those. David Rice, welcome to the live stream. David Rice says, do you ever have to stop and recharge? No, never. Battery stuff has come so far. Even that, so if you watch my content and go through my videos and stuff, you're going to see all different sorts of setups. With certain mowers like the Exmark Commercial 21 mower, that one I can do about 3-4 houses per battery, depending on the conditions of the lawn and the blade tip speed and stuff that you have set. So I hear, oh, there's a garbage truck. The garbage trucks are coming. So let me just, if I need to pop my my mirror, it's probably okay. But yeah, so yeah, it just depends on. So with that one, I've got like 3 batteries for that one, so I can generally get through. It's like 12 lawns on the battery, so you can get through quite a bit of lawns. I do have a portable power station, a Blue Eddy AC180 that will recharge those Exmark batteries twice, or 2 of those batteries. So that gives me essentially like 5 batteries with that system, so plenty to get through a day, and I can charge on the go in the back of the truck. I also have a Blue Eddy Charger 1 set up in the truck, which is a DC to DC fast charger for the actual power station itself, so it's connected to my vehicle's alternator charging system. So as I drive between lawns and houses, that fast charges the power station itself. So that gives me even more capacity to charge batteries on the go if I need to. With the Milwaukee, I can do 6 to 7 lawns on one set of batteries, which is phenomenal so far. Now, this is summertime. It's not heavy conditions. We're not in rain season and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, that garbage truck's making a ton of noise. If you guys can... and he's going to be coming right in front of me to dump his stuff here, or to grab these garbage cans that are in front of me. And then the Cress mowers or system that I have was the same thing. Essentially, it wasn't a ton of. You could do like 6 or 7 lawns per battery too, and then so between 2 or 3 batteries that you might have, you can easily get through a day as a solo operator, of course, because you're only doing certain amount of lawns, right? You can't do a ton of lawns, but it is what it is. I'm just trying to see it. Like, this guy's just sitting here making a lot of noise. Oh, I think he's maybe compacting his garbage truck, like doing the hydraulic compacting of the actual box. Just looking in my mirror there. He's going to be coming right in front of us too. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's a lot of noise. So yeah, at any rate, I don't ever need to usually stop to charge because you basically just have you know, more than one set of batteries. Ideally, I say, for a tool, the best setup is to have at least three batteries that you can use. Um, and then if you can get some sort of onboard charger, like a power station or something, then that makes it super easy to be able to do because the amount of time with three batteries, if it takes an hour to charge a battery, say, with a tool battery in the truck, then you can see the truck there. Then it's not that big of a deal because it's faster to charge the battery, say, off of a power station in the truck. Let me switch this over. You guys can see this guy, the truck coming here. It's faster to switch and have the battery charge. What's the recycling? Uh, Faster to see the charging happening um, for the amount of, say, lawns that you're doing. So if you have three batteries, for example, and you start using that first battery, and you get, say, four lawns at a minimum done. When that battery is done, you still have two more batteries to go. So you have essentially eight more lawns to mow, and that's using the example of four. The Milwaukee, I've been able to do six lawns easily on a set of batteries. So you still have eight lawns that you can do. If you have some sort of onboard charging, like a power station, simply to plug in your charger into, it's going to charge faster that first battery than it's going to take you to mow the next eight lawns. So by the time you get to the you know end of your eighth lawn of your the next two batteries on the low end, that first battery is going to be done charged a long time ago, which means you're going to have that extra battery to go mow four more lawns with. And in most cases, it's going to be done way before those eight lawns are done. So you can pull that out, and by the time your second battery runs out, that first one's already been done for a bit. You pop on the second one. You're still working on your third battery. So there's been no issues with the batteries. Just the technology is so good now. Batteries just last such a long time. So hopefully that answers your question, David. So thanks everybody for joining me. I am gonna head off because I am roasting in the truck here with windows closed. Sweat is starting to pour down my eyes into my eyeballs are gonna start stinging with the sweat. So thanks for everybody for joining me. Happy 4th of July to those in the U.S. that are celebrating, and thanks for everybody. Francesco, Michael Wojcik, Darth Sidious.